Hello. Hi. I'm just gonna rant to the camera about a few things because the schizo pills aren't working anymore. Ha 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 ha. Very funny. Seriously, what are the main things I want to talk about? If you guys didn't watch K-pop Demon Hunters, spoilers ahead, but I'm pretty sure everybody in the audience have heard of it at, at this point. I'm leading with this because this is actually kind of big for me, at least. Celine is a scumbag. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Somebody had to say it. Bro, she's a whole entire scumbag. She is scummy. I'm like, okay. Before I have people knocking at my door, I should probably elaborate. In K pop Demon Hunters, again, spoilers if you haven't seen it, which I highly recommend you go see. It's on Netflix. Because I know you have the subscription. Don't lie to me. I know you have a Netflix subscription, but Celine is basically the mentor to Mira, Rumi, and Zoe. She sucks. She sucks. She had one job, and she fumbled completely, horribly. It was terrible. Um, during the climax of the movie, when Rumi's patterns get revealed, Mira and Zoe are like they dipped. Side tangent. At first, when I saw the scene where they just like raise their weapons at her, I'm like, yo, they switch up kind of fast. And now looking back at that, they hesitated. Like they still like they were so confused. So I'm like, okay, maybe they weren't exactly switching up. They were just doing their job, but it was their friend, so it was the most conflicting beat like it would be the most conflicting fight of the entire movie. Anywho, back to the main topic here. Rumi goes to Celine, and this movie's kind of dark for this, but she asks Celine to kill her. Damn, that's kind of dark for a kids movie, don't you think? And I know, ironic, because I'm talking about dark. Anywho, um, yeah, no, Celine rightfully does not kill Rumi. Here's where my problem comes in. At the start of the movie, right, for like looking back for a second, like we see different like flashbacks of telling of Celine telling Remy to hide her patterns because we are hunters, our faults must never be seen. Which scumbag. I mean, K-pop industries, yada yada yada. That makes sense. But I'm just saying, man. I feel like Celine should have told the others, or at least, let me move this a little closer, or at least should have told Rumi to tell the others because that could have avoided everything. And in my opinion, I feel like that the honeymoon would have turned gold a while ago because they would be way more united. If you found out that as a part of a demon hunting association, one of your crewmates who you've known for the longest time is half demon, mind you. She is not she's like half demon. I'm 95% sure of that now. Like, yeah, no, she's half demon. That would make us pretty tight. I feel like with that knowledge, the honeymoon could have turned gold years ago. Granted, I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. She was just doing her job. She didn't know what to do. Which, another side note here, one thing I will say the movie does not do a good enough job of is explaining how Rumi has patterns. All they say is her dad was a demon. So that means, canonically, some chick banged a demon in a kids movie. That I feel like it's like it's the Trigon and Raven situation all over again. If you understand the reference, you get a cookie. I can't give you the cookie. Just head over to Costco. Tell them your boy sent you. They'll hook you up. If you see any stuff with like white powder, don't worry about that. That's completely illegal and stuff. I'm getting off topic. Before this entire operation up my door. Yeah, like I'm saying, if they had told Mira and Zoe at the beginning, everything would have been perfectly fine. That, and I feel like when Rumi's voice starts to, crack and stuff, that would be like there would be, I don't know, I guess just more urgency. I don't know what I mean. Like, another thing I will say is I don't know what I'm saying half the time, so fact check me. All I'm saying is Celine is kind of scummy for what she did to Rumi, but nothing. She is still really scummy. She's a scumbag, in my entire opinion. And there's one mentor who has been like that, Shifu, in the Kung Fu Panda universe. Yes, I'm talking about Kung Fu Panda. Deal with it. It's a good series until the fourth one, which we don't talk about. Anywho, I forget if it's the first or second one, but Shifu basically raised Tai Lung all his life, was a father figure to him, and then when the time came, you know, Oogway told him, Tai Lung, that he was not the Dragon Warrior, and Shifu just walked away. So he had every right to be a villain. Um, but at least the difference between Celine and Shifu, besides the way obvious ones, is the fact that Shifu at least apologized and took accountability for what he did back then, whereas Celine was just telling Rumi the entire time to cover up her patterns, and when she started fighting back, she looked away, which is, bro. Rumi should have decided with Gima at that point. I mean, yeah, being a demon runs in a family. I'm just saying, patterns or not, bro. The entire situation is scummy, but you could make the argument, oh, she didn't know what to do, she probably just did yada yada yada. To that I say, no, simply because of the fact that she was like, why don't you love me? All of me. That's one of the lines where I like the line specifically because it's like, why couldn't you accept me for what I am? You know? It's not just a phase, mom. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Seriously, though, I feel like if Celine would have told everybody else, mind you, the general public cannot see nor react to the Hunmoon. We know this until I guess the very end when they made a new Hunmoon. Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure all of them, the Huntrix would have went to jail because they killed another K-pop group in broad daylight. Demons or not, they should have seen that one. My point for the entire video is the fact that Celine is a terrible person and a terrible mentor. There are people who have done the same things she has, but have done it better. Um, like, comment, subscribe. No, I'm playing. That's gonna do it for this one, I guess. Just leave a comment if you agree or disagree. Say why. I will look at it. I promise you, I will react to it. By that I mean I will just. You know what to do. Oh, shh. That was my phone. I'm gonna leave before I set the building on fire. Good.